Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about something that's one of my favorite things in Taken, and that's Josie's right arm reversal. Now this is going to be quite a long and informational video, so you better get comfortable, but there will be timestamps. But this is just the introduction to the reversal. When to use it, its properties, its weaknesses and strengths and whatnot, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So stick around, we're going to talk about it in just a bit. So the input for the reversal is simply 1 plus 2, which is amazing. That means you can pretty much throw it out whatever time you want. You can do it from standing, you can do it from crouch, and it's very difficult to mess up if you map. Now, what I'm going to show you here is that it starts in 2 frames, and Jin's forward foot 4 is plus 8 on a standing opponent and plus 9 on a crouching opponent. I don't think it has special properties on a crouching opponent, it's just that it takes longer to hit them. But yeah, this is an example of how fast the move takes to activate. Now it's worth noting that the move doesn't work on crouch jabs, which is unfortunate, though it does work on some other special mids in the game that you'll see later. And it also works on airborne moves, but the problem is it counts as a float, so the damage, which is usually 50, goes down to 35. So you'd get more damage just doing the simplest of float combos will get more damage than doing the reversal, so it's good to keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is the risk reward of a move you're going to reverse. For example, this is a high armor move. You can duck it and launch it and get a full combo for more than 50 damage. So you don't need to try and reversal everything. And then it also does not work on running moves at all. Not Alice's, not Claudio's, not Kazumi's, it does not work on running moves. However, it does work on Anna's new running too, but that's Anna, everything works on her, poor thing. Now you're gonna have to bear with me here for a bit. We're gonna go through her punishment again. I know it's things you already know, but we need to, to decide when to be able to use the parry. So 10 frames, she has 1 to 2, does 25 damage, get a lot of plus frames. And she also has 1 4 3, which is 29 damage, one of the highest damage 10 frames in the game. And then for 11 frames, she gets back 1 1, which is a fantastic 11 frame. I always thought it was 12 frames. And then that's unlow parryable because she's plus 16 and the move is 15 frames, so you can't low parry the downfall, you have to block it. 12 frames, she has 4 2 4, which is 33 damage, which is good. You get some decent Oki. If they like to stand up backwards, if they attack roll, you'll get a mix up with crouch dash 3 and crouch dash 2, which is fantastic. For 13 frames, she only gets a standing 3, and this is going to be around the sweet spot where you'll want to start thinking about the reversal, sorry. And then 14 frames, she gets for 1 plus 2 into a small mini juggle that totals to 49 damage. It's still less than the reversal, but you get much better Oki from this, so you'll have to pick your situations. And now, as you can see, the frame advantage. The frames in brackets, I'm not sure, the frames in brackets are how much time you have to do before you can continue the juggle. Now down forward 4 is 14 frames, and after the 14 frame punish, she's only plus 13. So if you don't press anything, it kind of resets them, it floats them into that small mini combo, so you have to keep that in mind. And she also has up forward 3 plus 4 for 14 frames, which is decent at the wall. It's much better from full crouch, because her while standing 2 can't hit all full crouch lows. So it's good to have that one in mind if you can't punish with while standing 2. Which also leads to a decent Oki and a lot of free damage at the wall as well. And then lastly, we have down forward 2, 15 frame. Now she's getting 4 launches, down forward 2, hop kick. So if something's launch punishable, it's better to launch it than to use a reversal. And yeah, the standard juggle should lead to at least 60 damage in season 3. It's much easier to get a lot of damage with her. So yeah, that's of course much better than the reversal. So once it's launch punishable, just launch it. Don't try and be fancy like me all the time. So with Josie's parry, you really need to know your opponent's moves, his frames, which moves you can and cannot reverse, and also the risk reward. For example, Akuma's while standing 2. It's a launcher and it's minus 15. But if it does a demon flip, you won't be able to launch him. Now the parry is very invaluable in such situations because it eliminates all such mix-up. But then you're taking quite a risk. You're taking the gamble that Akuma is going to do while standing 2 from crouch. He can do while standing 4, he can do while standing 1. But if you're 100% sure he's going to do while standing 2, because that's usually the mix-up, you get your damage and you eliminate the whole demon flip mix-up afterwards, and that's where this parry really holds a lot of value for me. Now against this move, it's minus 13, it leaves Josie in crouch. Josie can launch it for 60 damage. I think 60 damage is the max damage in open ground, which is more than the parry, so if you know he's going to do it, just block and then punish accordingly. You don't need the parry over there. Okay? Now we're going to go through some examples against some characters before I do the long video afterwards. First we're going to start with Alyssa. Now Alyssa has a lot of annoying moves that luckily can get parried and some that can't. For example, sidestep 4, 1 plus 2. Starts with a low, ends with a minus 10 series of punches. Now all you typically get here is your time frame punish, which is only 29 damage at most. But you can parry the second hit. You can parry the first punch and get your 50 damage. Oh sorry, 35 damage. Oh, okay. Still stronger than the time frame, but it's not that worth it. If you know she's gonna do it, just get a low parry. You can get your 50, 60 damage, 50 damage. So there, the low parry is better than the reversal itself. She also has running 2, as we've mentioned. She can't parry any running 2 except for Anna's, which is quite unfortunate. So luckily, all running 2s are weak to sidestep left. If you know they're gonna do it, just sidestep left and get to their back and punish them. And then there's this move, down back 2-2. It's also only minus 10. You can only parry if she delays it, and most Alyces will delay it. And if she doesn't delay it, then I don't think, okay, yeah, you get hit at minus 14. That's risky. I wouldn't recommend that. And then there's this move. Now this is fantastic that she can parry, a while standing 1 plus 2. It's a full crouch mix-up. If you're gonna stand and block, just do it. You have nothing to lose. And then we have Alyce's Rage Drive. Now Josie can parry many rage drives in the game, which is fantastic, but the risk is huge with the rage drives because they're like super moves. So unless you're 100% sure they're gonna do it, it's gonna take away their rage, it's gonna kill them actually. Because 50 damage is way more than kill damage once they enrage. And now we have this annoying move by Anna, sidestep 1 plus 2. Safe, she can do it, she can just loop it if she wants. I'm sure it tracks. I'm sure it's weak to one side, you can sidestep it, but I don't know off the top of my head. But if you know she's going to do it as well, because I love to do that, you just parry it and get your damage. Anna also has 4-3-2. Now, Anna will never use this in neutral. Maybe this will happen when they drop a combo. So yeah, you can get your 50 damage instead of your time frame punish. And then lastly, a point to note is that now such strings that are mid-high, many characters can't parry the high for some reason. I don't know if that's intentional, but yeah, you'd have to like duck and punish. If it was mid, usually they'd be able to parry, so I find that a bit weird. And then one unfortunate thing is that Josie cannot parry Anna's Rage Drive, even though it's a right arm, and that's quite unfortunate. And then we move on to Asuka. Now there's this string, she got a new mix-up with 2-1, 1 plus 2, and 2-1 down 1 plus 2. But Josie can easily parry both options. You don't even really have to time it. As much as there's a delay in one of them, you really don't have to time it. She'll parry both options easily. I don't know if Asuka still throw out these moves, but hey, if you know it's coming, just get your punish. No, you don't need to eat a mix-up. And then we have sidestep 2, one of the more annoying moves in the game. Safe, quite evasive. If you know it's coming, get your reversal. Highly recommend. And then lastly, we have forward 4-2, 1 plus 2. Now there's quite a lot of mix-ups to forward 4-2. I wouldn't recommend using the reversal, but if you're absolutely sure she's going to do it, the reversal is more damage than the punish you'll get. So if you're going to take that gamble, get your damage and just kill that string. So that was a short introduction to Josie's reversal. We're going to go a bit more in depth once I do it for every single character, and I am going to do it for every single character. When I first thought of this idea, I thought it was going to be something that was much simpler because I didn't think her parry was so applicable. But the more I went through the characters' move lists, the more I found out there are some very fantastic situations against quite a number of characters. Some characters, like I think Gigas, the parry is almost completely useless, it doesn't matter. But there are other characters that I had no idea about that the parry was quite invaluable. So it's going to be in the next 2 parts because it's a lot of clips. I can't put them all in one. So the first half of the cast is going to be part 1 and the second half of the cast is going to be part 2. And yeah, hopefully you'll learn something just as much as I have learned something from this. And I hope to see more Josie players online. I never see Josie online, and it's quite unfortunate. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this far. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.